Have you ever wanted to buy a Transformers figure but you don't want to sell your kidneys for it? So of course you'd try to find cheaper alternatives. KO or knockoffs have existed for a very long time, but are they even good? Well, I bought one. This is Kubianbao, CoolBecomeBrave Transformation Robot Toys XCX Bruticus IDW5. It's a knockoff combiner was Bruticus. Bruticus first appeared in the season 2 of the G1 cartoon where he was reactivated by Starscream after he backstabbed Megatron for the millionth time. Bruticus is formed by 5 Combaticons: Brawl, Swindle, Blastoff, Vortex, and Onslaught. Bruticus is my favorite combiner from the G1 cartoon, not only because he appeared in one of my favorite episodes, but also because he's the only good looking the second best next to Devastator. I really wanted a Bruticus figure, but I either have to buy the good G1 figure for $100 to $200, third-party masterpiece figures, or the Combiner Wars one. So obviously I wanted the Combiner Wars. Since the Combiner Wars figure were made in 2015, the figures are hard to find for retail price. But I came across this KO on AliExpress, which included all 5 Combaticons for $31. The figure doesn't look bad and it has good reviews. Well, most of them. You know what? It. Looking at the figure, the painting and the sculpting is really good. While this isn't accurate to the TV show, I actually like the redesign. The figure came with these ugly hands and feet, so I 3D printed these better looking and posable ones created by Summersight Guy. If you want to 3D print them yourselves, click the link in the description and check out the guy's other stuff as well. You might be wondering how good the knockoff's plastic quality is. It's not that bad. It's not as good as official figures, but it's on par as the plastic Takara used for the Transformers 4 figures. But before we get into the combined mode, let's take a quick look on the individual robot modes first. Unfortunately, the individual robots aren't amazing. The joints are really inconsistent with these figures. Starting with the leader of the Combaticons, Onslaught. This guy is the best of the 5 figures. This guy isn't accurate whatsoever to the cartoon. In fact, all of the Combaticons aren't accurate to the cartoon. The painting on this guy is kinda sloppy though, but it doesn't look that bad. The 5 Combaticons also have this weird knockoff Decepticon symbols. The W stands for subscribe to the channel. Yeah, that's definitely what the W stands for. The only problem I have with this figure is the knees. This doesn't plug in. I tried plugging the legs, but instead I keep damaging the legs more. The rest of the figure's articulation is fine though. The arms are ratcheted, so when he becomes the torso for Bruticus, the arms don't flop around. Transformation is fine. There's nothing special. It's not the best, but it ain't the worst either. His truck mode, it's just him doing yoga on the floor. And also, I don't really like the Bruticus head poking out. It looks weird. Moving on to Vortex, he is the most inaccurate of the 5. While it is accurate to the toy, I prefer the show's version, but this is fine. The helicopter mode, the hands just being there is weird, but the bright yellow orangey missiles hides it, so it's fine. Blastoff, I don't know if I like him as a jet. I kinda prefer him being a shuttle. I also wish he had the head from the show because the mouth is kinda weird. Also, when I got him out of the non-existing box, his legs were really loose, but I fixed it with some super glue. Swindle, this design just doesn't work for Swindle. It's not even toy accurate. And also, this knockoff's head only swivels for some weird reason, and the joint is really stiff. The official figure has ball joints to make his head move freely. I don't know why this knockoff doesn't have ball joints for the head. I'm afraid of breaking this figure's neck when articulating it because it's just so damn tight. The alt mode is fine. I prefer the G1 alt mode though. And lastly, Brawl. He is my least favorite. I know the colors they used for him is based on the show, but it looks like shit. Couldn't they just base the figure of the G1 toy instead? Second, why is his arms designed like that? The arms aren't fun to pose. Over time, the right arm just became loose because of the stupid design. Thirdly, the goddamn waist. It doesn't plug in. It just sits right there and it's hollow. Couldn't they just figure out a way to fill it in and tab in properly instead of just sitting there? Personally, I just leave the combiner joint out a little bit so that it fills in the waist a bit, but it's still kind of floppy. However, his tank mode is solid, surprisingly. Out of the 5, his alt mode is my favorite, so that's cool, I guess. So yeah, the individual robot modes and their alt modes aren't great. They're just fine. And also, all of them have the same standard articulation. The head only swivels, but Onslaught's head can move freely. They all also have a waist rotation, except Onslaught. And also, Swindle's and Brawl's legs can pivot, but the rest of them can't. Overall, the articulation is decent enough. Man, this figure kinda sucks. Now, for the main reason you all clicked on this video. Combaticons! Man, this guy just looks really good. The added upgrade kit created by Summerside guy just elevates this guy's look and articulation. Unfortunately, the chest and head kinda yellowed a bit when I got it out of its packaging, but I painted the chest silver and the head black, so it's fine. Articulation on this guy is also pretty good. The joints are nice and tight. The legs are a bit loose though because the ratchets aren't as good as the ratchets on the arm. Oh, and also, whenever I move the elbows, sometimes it untabs for some weird reason. Size comparisons time. My last review, the Last Night Optimus Prime, Takara Age of Extinction Deluxe Stinger, Legacy Bulkhead, my custom siege Soundwave, Earthrise Optimus Prime, and War for Cybertron 35th Anniversary Megatron. Overall, this figure was fine. If you can find the official figure for retail price, for the price and the awesome combined mode, I recommend you guys get this knockoff. And honestly, because this figure is kinda meh, I don't think the retail price is worth it. Overall, this figure is a 6 Starscream out of 2 Starscreams.